Welcome back to the Fight Vibes podcast, episode 21. Devin, good to see you. It's been a little bit of time. We've had some good cards recently, though. Can't be too mad about that. At least we've been entertained in the meantime. So the name value on these cards hasn't been great, but the fights themselves really have kind of delivered and more. Have you really been kind of watching these past couple cards?
Yeah, I've been watching every single one of them. They've been pretty good. Let's see what was the last one we talked about? Was it the we
Well,
didn't talk about the Evloev and Murphy card, did we?
no, I think we
A little
were.
while.
I think that was something that we had mentioned, kind of, but I think we were mainly going over
I
326, if I remember correctly.
think we were previewing that card. I don't think we
Yeah, like
talked
really
about
talked about
the
it.
outcome.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that card was I thought the whole card itself was pretty entertaining. Prelims were okay. The main card, there were a lot of fun fights in the main card up until the Michael Page fight. That shit got weird. I think there were like four punches landed the entire fight.
yeah. That
Um,
that was that was a that was a tough watch for sure.
and then the Evloev and Murphy fight. That shit was weird to me. I didn't understand the decision. For one, for two, I didn't understand the game plan because
Oh, hello.
can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
I don't know what happened. My computer just turned off in the middle of me talking.
No, you're good. Um, we had you at you didn't understand the game plan.
Yeah, I didn't understand the game plan of Evloev. Like he didn't wrestle until round five. Like it, I feel like if he would have wrestled, he would have had a clear path to victory, and I think he would have finished Murphy on the ground.
Yeah, well,
But he stood in traded shots, and neither one of the guys looked good to me.
yeah, I because it seemed like Murphy was super worried about going to the ground, and for that reason, like he's never really been that good on the ground, especially with elite grapplers like that. I mean, he was getting wrestled by Mirkani, in the first round, and then landed a solid knee in the second to knock him out. But um, and then I think if Loyev, I felt like he just wanted to prove a point in his striking for some reason, and I I don't know. I'm with you. I thought it was a weird fight. The pace was really weird. The decision, I didn't understand a 49-46 for Evloev. I really didn't. Honestly, by the end of the fight, I didn't give a shit who won the fight. I'm just glad that shit was over. I was not very entertained at all during that fight.
No, it was it
It
was
was
a bad
terrible.
fight.
It was terrible. But yeah, I'm with you though. I'm kind of surprised if Evloev didn't wrestle more and go in there for that. I mean, because again, he easily could have. He's just as strong, if not stronger, than Murphy, and
Yeah,
has way more of an arsenal down there than Murphy does. And that was a clear path to victory. I'm with you.
yeah. The game plan just didn't make any sense to me at all. Um, he just standing and striking. Like I thought for sure he was gonna take him down and probably finish by sub. Like that was my prediction for it. He was gonna take him down, wear him down, and then like round three, round four, submit Murphy. And I feel like he could have if he stuck to that game plan, but he didn't even attempt a takedown until round five, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Uh,
To be honest, I don't think either one of these guys deserve a title fight after watching this.
Nah, I'm with you, dude. I mean, because again, I'm glad they finally fought each other. I've been waiting for that fight for a good while because again, I was expecting way more out of Evloev. I always had Evloev going into that matchup, but it was way too close for me to be like, okay, he's for sure next. And I mean, Murphy, even if Murphy won that, I don't think he would have deserved it either. Um, I don't know. It's featherweight's in a really tough place right now, anyways, with Volk kind of being champ again. Because in a way, I feel like the UFC is trying to preserve Volk as much as they can. and be able to kind of use him as a marketing tool, like afterwards. Uh, that's just a weird like kind of conspiracy that I have in my head. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I kind of hate just how featherweight is right now because
No, I agree.
especially if Volyev's getting the title shot, it's like okay, like I guess that makes sense. But you had like Gene Silva trying to shoot for a title shot. I'm just like, dude, no, like get out of here. That's not yet. You need to fight Murphy at this point and kind of see on where that goes. But yeah, I don't know. And again, I kind of hate this era of everyone feeling like they deserve a title shot when they really don't, and that drives me crazy more than anything.
Yeah, I'm right there with you for sure.
Because again, like half these guys haven't done shit, and they're like, "Give me a title shot." Why the fuck would I give you a title shot? You've done absolutely shit. Like you've done nothing. You've won one like ranked fight in a year, and you're like, "Yeah, give me a title shot." Okay, bud, that makes sense. At least you got someone like Olberg who's actually getting a title shot, a proper title shot, this weekend against Yuri. And at least he's actually fought legit contenders. I know Reyes isn't the most legit current contender to go against, but it was a smart move on the UFC to kind of, use that Reyes name to kind of
Yeah,
boost
no,
Olberg up
I
there.
I agree. Well, yeah, I agree. And I think that'll be a fun fight this weekend for sure.
That's
There's
a
some
tough
fresh
one.
names at the at the top.
Ooh, I am. Yeah, I'm really pumped for 327. That's gonna bang, man. That's gonna be a really good one. Um, what fight are
Bef-
you looking forward to like the most on that one?
so before we get into this card, I wanted to ask you about some of these cards that we missed
Yeah.
talking about. How do you feel about Izzy losing to Piper?
So, okay, this is kind of a tough subject because again, Izzy was looking so good, and he easily could have taken the Jack Hermanson route. I don't know why he didn't. It was right there for him for the taking. Like that leg was already beat up. By the second
Hmm.
round, I mean Joe was fucking hobbling around. And
I know.
if you're Izzy's coach, you're like, first of all, dude, what the fuck are you thinking trying to just brawl with this guy? Like he can put you out with one shot. I don't give a shit who you are. Like he has the power to do that. It's stupid for you to go in exchange with him. Secondly, you literally seen him fall in front of you from you kicking his calf. Keep going at it, dude. Like it's not it, it's amazing to see how much of his ego got the better of him in that fight.
Yes, I think that's what it was because, like you said, he was piecing up that legs with the leg kicks. Piper was limping. At range, he was doing so well. I thought he even rocked Piper at one point.
I think he did.
I
Yeah.
stunned him a little bit. And if he would have just kept to that game plan of sticking and moving from the outside and beating up the legs, I think he would have got a finish
Mm-hmm.
later on in the fight. But Piper started going in there and brawling, and I feel like Izzy is the type of person that, like you said, when his ego feels like, oh, I'm in a brawl, just like it did in the Gastelum fight,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna want to stand in front and fight, and you can't do that to a guy who's as big as Piper. Because yeah, Gastelum, he could do that to some, but he was younger, and Gastelum doesn't have the power like Piper does. He wasn't as big. He wasn't a true middleweight. He was just too fat
Yeah,
to go
he was
down
someone who didn't
to.
want to fucking diet.
Yeah. So you can't do that with a guy like Piper who has that power. You can't stand in front of him. It didn't work when he did it with Pereira.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he continues to do that, but
Yeah, it was very disappointing because again, Izzy had it in the bag, man. There was
I agree.
there was no reason for him to lose that fight, especially the way it was going. And
I really wanted him to win too.
I did too, man. I mean, because it would have been different if he had looked like shit and kind of just got his ass beat the whole time, and then Piper eventually got him down to choke him out or TKO him. Like that would have been a completely different conversation right now. But the fact that he was looking or making Joe Pyfer look like an amateur, honestly, in the striking at least. It was just kind of. I can't imagine being a really big Izzy fan and watching that fight because that would absolutely drive me crazy. And like that was championship Izzy right there, man. Like he looked great, and then just that ego, man. But again, I'm with you. I feel like he's always done that. He's always kind of gone, I could beat this guy at his own game, and I don't know. It was almost kind of the same thing with Blachowicz. Like Blachowicz was more than willing to be a technical striker with him, and I think that would have been a time to kind of get a little crazy with it against Blachowicz.
Yeah.
And instead, he was like, "No, I believe I'm a better technical fighter than Blachowicz is," and you know, Blachowicz is super underrated in that fucking stand up though. God damn, he shut down Izzy in that fight. That was just
Yeah.
fucking impressive. But what's it called? Yeah, I feel bad for him because he still has it. It's obvious he still has it, but
He,
you
he
cannot
needs to be
let that shit get
smarter.
out of the. Yeah, you cannot let that shit get in the way of you winning.
I don't I don't know what happened to him because he used to fight smart. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what I don't know. I don't know what got in the way of that.
I it's and it very well could be as simple as something as like I'm just trying to get back up there, and who knows, man? It could have been one of those things. He's like, I have Joe hurt just enough to where I think I can finish him with a knockout. Um, but I mean, but again, that just goes back to that ego kind of taking over and telling you go for the highlight instead of go for the
Yeah,
win.
you just gotta be smarter than that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm into that.
But speaking about highlight on that same card, Alexa
Oh,
Grasso,
dude.
I did not see that coming at all.
Oh man, that was a murder. That was
I
bad, man. That was bad.
You could have asked me every scenario that I would have saw that fight, how it would win, and that was not it at all.
Not at all. That was
Like I
great.
figured Grasso would win, but in that way, with I mean, she finished the fight twice with a knockout and then choked her out.
Vicious, man. Just straight savage, honestly. Like what a fucking dog. I love Alexa Grasso, dude. She's a fucking wild one.
It was insane.
And okay, I do have to point this out. I do feel like people were giving Macy Barber so much shit, but and for some reason, even though it happened less than 30 seconds, like before her just laying there, people were like, "Oh, she's just faking it." Like what? Like let's
Dude, I know.
like come on, dude. She just got knocked out and choked out and within 5 seconds. Like it was all it was so quick. Like there's no way that's okay for your head. And people were like, "Oh, she's just laying there to milk it." Like, come on, bro. Like y'all are better than that. That's insane. The
Yeah, they
disrespect
were
was
like,
insane.
yeah, she's been faking it. She was just she was overreacting, and I was like, dude, she got fucking knocked out and then choked at the same time.
I mean, think about how hard Alexa squeezes, dude. She made Valentina's fucking chin yellow, and she was putting that kind of squeeze on an unconscious person.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna tell me that Macy Barber was faking it? It's okay to shit on Macy Barber. I get it. I'm with you from time to time, but there's there's a certain point where you got to kind of drop the hate a little bit and kind of go, damn, that was bad.
Yeah, I agree. It
There's
was
insane. But well, yeah, what a finish, dude. Finish of the year. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Yeah, I agree. That was insane. It was I didn't expect it,
Do
and
you
it happened so fast.
see? I guess because there's not like an award for finish of the year, is there? It's usually just like a knockout or a sub. So do you create a special award just for Alexa Grasso this year for just greatest finished ever? Like you kind of have to, right?
What's even yeah, what's even crazier is how fast she jumped on the choke
Oh,
after. Like There was no hesitation.
Dude, she dropped it like it was hot. I was like, holy shit. She sat down so quick just to sink that shit in. And
Yeah.
again, she wrapped that shit up tight, man. Like for Macy to have her tongue stick out from how hard Alexa was squeezing, you're
Yeah.
gonna tell me she was faking it. Like, come on, guys.
To be honest, this was one of the most fun fight cards of the year for me
Mm-hmm.
because of the finishes on this card. I mean, Rosa got finished. You had
Nico Price got finished by Chiesa.
yeah, El El Gori. I don't know how to fucking say this dude's name, but he
Yeah,
was a he was
Pereira's
a
teammate,
Glory
right?
kickboxer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you have McKinney, who always does some crazy shit in round one with a fucking 30-second knockout. Bahamundes
Don't
in a
even get
bloody
me
war.
fucking started on this Ball Mendes fight, dude. I was so mad that was the most that was definitely the most like blatant fence grab I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was, and it changed the fight.
dude, that was such I just don't understand reffing, man. Where's the consistency, man? This is damn near a topic that's brought up by fucking everybody, and it's ridiculous that no one has brought it to light enough to where there's actual change. Because again, that fight, the Bajo Mendes wins that fight in my opinion. If that fence grab doesn't happen, because that onslaught is staying in his momentum. He's more than likely getting a finish from that, and I cannot believe that there was that blatant fence grab, and there was something. I think there was another fence grab later in the fight or some shit. There was something else that Muzayev did not get called for, and again, it's just like, where's the consistency on the reffing, man? It pisses me off so bad.
Yeah, it was, and I feel like that changed the whole fight.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, again, that momentum was all on Ball Mendes, and then that happened.
And then, so, I mean, but it was a bloody fight. It was fun. I do feel like Bahamundes should have won that fight. I feel like that moment changed the fight, and then I think there was a headbutt that had
That's what it was.
happened.
That's what it was. It was not another fence grab. It was that headbutt.
I think the headbutt is what busted him open bad, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely helped if it didn't. I mean, because those elbows they were throwing in there were fucking gnarly, man. That was such a good fight. Again, I definitely think there should have been some points deduction, but it is what it is. I guess with MMA reffing, not much you can do about that.
And
Um,
then AC O'Neal knocked out another women's knockout, which that was a fucking. I thought that was an insane knockout for women's MMA. 'Cause it was a standing knockout against the cage, and she was just teeing off. And then I saw Alexa Grasso, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, yeah. Casey had a nasty combo on that. Yeah, she's kind of come back strong from her time off. Um,
Um,
I am pretty upset kind of how Chase Hooper's career is going to turn out now, because for those of you listening, keep an eye out on this. Chase Hooper will be used as a name value guy from now on. He's not going to be pushed as a contender. He's not going to be given easy fights unless he's a smart manager. I think the UFC is going to really try to build everyone off of his name, because, I mean, Lance is a good fighter, solid fighter. And for Hooper to go up against someone like that, especially after getting knocked out, it's not looking good for how the UFC is going to be treating him here soon.
yep.
And I hate to
It
say that because Hooper's a real one, but it's just the way the business goes.
yeah. I thought he was gonna do a little bit better.
I did too. I think after the Hernandez loss,
Yeah,
I think,
he just kind of got exposed.
yeah, I mean, he goes in a little too reckless now, and he's always
Yeah,
leaved his chin open. Like, that's never been anything inconsistent there, but it's definitely you just can't do that nowadays, man. People are going to be working on their boxing so much more now because of people like Taporia, and with those openings like that big, it's going to be a big issue for someone like Chase trying to stay up there in lightweight, but I just don't see it really working out for him here in these next couple of fights. I think he probably has 2 or 3 more fights maybe in the UFC if he doesn't win them. So he needs to get the best out of his name value, and that's it. But Navajo Sterling, he did good.
Yeah, he did.
uh,
Um,
what do you think about the Ricky Simone and Adrian Yanez fight? Because I personally thought that I wasn't upset with the draw, but I definitely understand why people were.
I so I going into the fight, I thought Ricky Simone would win because he has grappling that he can use it, and he used to be real grappling heavy. I don't know why he's gotten away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he has great wrestling. He's strong for that division. Um, but this fight he just stood there and played into Yanez's game, and I thought Yanez won. I mean, he dropped him. He was teeing off. I don't understand the draw. I, I could see it, but from a guy who had Ricky Simone to start the fight as a pick, I think Yanez won.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and rewatch it because I really thought that Ricky had won round one. And if I remember correctly, I thought Ricky had won round two. And then I thought Yanez having a 10-8 in the third wasn't really that far off. Um, but I'll have to go rewatch that because I just remember Yanez looking really flat in that first round. Like
Yeah,
you could definitely see the ring rust for a quick second, like for sure. Like he was not moving great. His boxing looked kind of hesitant, but I think once he landed some good shots in that second round, um, like he started opening up and he started looking a lot better with those combinations and stuff. But
yeah, I think Yanez, or like you said, won round one, and then round two, I feel like it could have gone either way.
mhm.
But I don't know, man. It
Yeah,
was
it's tough judging fights like that too because like that round three was just such an onslaught, and it's almost kind of like if you don't give him a 10-8, in a way it's understandable, but like you almost kind of should give him a 10-8 for just how well that round was for Yanez. Um, I thought Ricky's calf kicks were going to give Yanez a problem, especially with the way that Martinez was handling Yanez. I thought Ricky would kind of take that game plan in a way. I know Ricky's not necessarily the most like shin on shin type kicker like Martinez is, but the calf kicks alone that Simone has had like in the past, they've been pretty brutal. And I'm just surprised that he didn't go after Giannis's legs, especially after all the shit Giannis has been through.
yeah. Don't I don't that was another person whose game plan I didn't understand either was
Yeah.
because Giannis's strength is his stand up. He has a nasty jab, and someone like Ricky, like I said, he has a good wrestling background, and I don't know why recently he's gotten away from that. Because I remember early in his
Yeah.
UFC career, he would wrestle a lot, and he would pick dudes up, drag them in the deep water. He just doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean maybe it was the Song Yadong loss that kind of changed him, but I feel like even after that he still had moments where he was looking more grapple heavy and everything. I don't know. He's kind of just been he's kind of a weird one because he'll get on a little streak and then he gets on a little losing streak, then he gets on a winning streak, and then now he's kind of back on a losing streak again. So
He has
I don't know.
a couple submission wins on his record, and one of those being against Marab.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a
And
nasty gilly,
you don't go and grapple at all.
especially against someone like Giannis, man. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of again, it maybe just be an ego thing to where it's just like I think I can box with this guy and I think I can knock him out, and it ends up costing you a fight. But yeah, that was a solid card though from start to finish. Like that was definitely one of the better cards of the year. Thankfully.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, so this past weekend, we had Moicano and Duncan, and I was seeing a ton of people pick Duncan, and I understand why. Um, and I was very like 50-50 on this just because Moicano historically has done kind of good against prospects coming up and trying to get into the rankings and stuff. But I mean, I just Duncan's just one of those guys that can kind of walk through everything, and especially if Moicano wasn't going to try to take him to the ground, which would have been kind of insane from him not to do. Um,
I
I think that would have been us. I don't know. Even the stand up though, like Moicano was checking everything, he was blocking everything, like he was doing really well.
I thought Moicano being an underdog was insane. I was on Moicano the entire time.
Was he really an
Uh,
underdog?
yeah, he was like a plus like 181 underdog or something.
Eesh, yeah, I don't know about that one. I would have had him at most like a 125 under, like for whatever. I wouldn't have had him as an underdog
So,
though.
as someone who likes sports betting, definitely was on Moicano.
Yeah.
But and then another thing was during the press conference lead up, Duncan had talked about how they were training partners, or when he first came to the gym, Moicano let him train with him, and he was just grateful that you know he trained with him and this that, and that he beat him. Like he straight up pretty much admitted that Moicano used to beat him. I was like,
That's
I
kind of
feel like
crazy.
it. I feel like he knows that he knew that Moicano was gonna win, but he just had to take this fight. That
Yeah.
that's the impression that I got with how he talked about it. He talked about it real respectfully, but the impression that I got was like, yeah, this dude used to beat me, but you know, it'll probably be different now.
Yeah, that's always interesting kind of seeing teammates or former teammates fight each other just for that reason alone. Like either something in the training room was hidden so they, in case this opportunity ever did show up, like they wouldn't see it and they wouldn't know how to deal with it. Or if, those tools were completely shown and no matter what someone was doing, they couldn't shut it down. And I guess that was the case for, Moicano just being able to kind of take Duncan like that. And I mean, he looked in control that whole time, man. Like, there was not a moment that I was worried for Moicano at all.
No.
It was a standout performance for sure. I'm glad he's back in the winning
Um,
column too. But he's done well recently. He's just kind of like I'm still surprised how well like Dariush outgrappled Moicano. Uh, and then you have like the complete opposite. I love MMA, dude. Fucking just those MMA triangles. You have BSD beating fucking Benil, then you have Benil beating Moicano, you have Moicano beating BSD. Like, god damn it,
yeah,
make it make sense.
and yeah, and then Moicano post, and then his post fight was like, what the fuck was this fight? Like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to get? How am I supposed to do anything off of Duncan? Who the fuck is this? This was a terrible fight card in general. Just dogging the UFC for putting this whole thing together.
I
Loved it.
I mean, I just feel like that's just the route like a lot of these people are taking, especially since the accusation. Oh my god, accusations! Holy shit, accuse.
Acquisition.
Thank you. Holy shit. Since the TKO has done that,
Yeah.
I feel like the UFC and WWE. I know we were kind of talking about this before we started recording and stuff, but you have CM Punk the other night on WWE kind of calling out TKO and for ticket prices and fan experiences and shit like that, and just the product in general, because they've just had celebrities nonstop in that thing. And I know I see a lot of that fan base on Twitter, and it's just nonstop of we're so tired of the fucking celebrities popping into these matches and storylines that have absolutely no place. And it's almost kind of the same thing here in the UFC. The ticket prices have just gotten terrible. The product itself isn't as promoted as it is now. We could argue whether or not that's a UFC, responsibility, or if it's kind of half and half. Um, but again, I just think this TKO takeover has not been great, and um, I hope that more fighters kind of call them out in a way, and I hope same thing with WWE. I hope more wrestlers are kind of backstage being more vocal about it, or whatever the case is. Because again, a lot of us, we were able to go to events to where it was super affordable, and
Yeah.
I mean, shit like that honestly has nothing to do with the economy. That's just a company being greedy.
Well, we were talking about going to that Strickland and uh
Hernandez.
Hernandez fight. And I remember us looking, and it was like nosebleeds were like $400, and I was like,
Yeah.
"This isn't even a fucking pay-per-view."
Yeah. It wasn't
Um,
even a great fight night. I mean, it was a solid fight night, like watching it,
it
but like
it turned out to be good, but it wasn't.
I still
It
wouldn't
wasn't
pay
that.
$400 like knowing like that was going to be the outcome though.
No.
It's just one of those things like it's not quite worth the money because of the name values on it and stuff. And again, like some of these cards have been really surprisingly good. But at the same time, I'm not looking to spend that much money just to hope it's going to be that good. You,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
agree.
like we could the card that always comes to mind whenever I think of a stacked card is for fight night wise recently is Cater and Emmett. That fight card had so many good names on it and so many high value fights that you were like, that is justifiable spending that sort of money and going and sitting for 8 hours. But now I'm like, I'll go. I hate to be this guy, but I'll go for the fucking main card only. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't want to spend that money on fucking just watching 5 fights. I can spend $100 a fight. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a shame. But anyways, and
Oh, and then going on to that same topic, Dana White has even came out, I think it was this week, and said that he hasn't had anything to do with matchmaking or anything like that with the UFC since 2018.
yeah, I remember him saying that a while back, and it was just kind of like, what are you still doing here then, dude? Like,
Yeah, like, what is your role in the organization?
yeah, like I understand if you got other shit going on, but like it always seemed like that was your thing, like kind of one of your main things at least, to where you were in that room helping create the fights and seeing what made sense, what didn't make sense. I mean, shit, you're the one who fucking announces the fights. Why not just have someone else do it then? Like I don't understand that at all.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, that should drives me crazy. And again, it goes back to the level of care that has escaped the UFC, from marketing, from caring like where they're taking these events and stuff. And again, I understand Dana's point of saving money and not having to travel their production team and shit like that from place to place every weekend just so they can do cards at the Apex. But you're doing it for the fans, man. You guys make enough money at this point to where it shouldn't be that big of a deal for y'all to want to travel and stuff once a month at the Apex. I understand, I get that, but like we're talking like almost every weekend at the Apex. Still, like that blows.
No, I know. And they were talking about starting to travel and do all that stuff to get.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they were just jerking our chain, man. It never ends. It never ends
Even
with them fucking jerking our chains at all, ever.
then, yeah. Okay, so kind of on topic, but previewing this upcoming card, right? This is a numbered card.
Pumped.
I'm excited for it. It's going to be a good card. But as far as numbered cards compared to the old pay-per-view value where they had to sell the card, how do you feel about it? Do you think this is would be worth a numbered
No,
card?
hell no. So this is in my opinion, this would be like a top notch fight night. Like I'm not saying this would be an
Yeah.
average. I saw some people saying this would be an average fight night. Okay, let's calm down there, buddy. But this would be a solid fight night like for the year. Um, it also does suck though. You did have Joshua Van and Tyra get moved to the next numbered card.
Yeah.
I get that, but even with that fight, that's still nothing that's boosting it that much. That's kind of insane to say that the card falls off just because of that one fight. Like, let's be real. Um, I I like a lot of these fights. I'm with you on that. But again, I think that this is just a really solid fight night card, and I guess that was kind of one of the issues or concerns going into the Paramount deal is that if we're not having pay-per-views, how well are the numbered cards going to actually stack up to fight nights nowadays? And
The
we've kind of seen our answer.
the problem with some of it is some of these, not all of them, but yes, we're used to some weak fight nights before, like as far as name value. But I feel like the fight night themselves, the name value for main event slots has gone down significantly.
Yeah.
And so that makes numbered cards look a little bit better. But I feel like it's just watered down the whole system. Because, look, I love Gilbert Burns. Him and Mike Malott to headline a fight night.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
Brady and Buckley, love that as a headliner for. Oh, that got canceled. Never mind.
Well, I mean, and the what sucks about that is to your point, like, they're moving those fights that easily could be solid fucking and it's not even that they could be solid headliners. They almost need to be headliners. We need 5 rounds for a lot of these fights that are on these numbered cards, especially if they're fights like Brady and Buckley. Like, we need to see
Yeah.
if Buckley again can handle being grappled for another 5 rounds. If he's found an answer for that, if Brady's going to be able to kind of keep the striking and stuff like that in later rounds if it goes that far. There's a lot of questions that gets answered in rounds 4 and 5 if it goes that far in these. But that's an insane move to have a solid headliner like that move to a numbered card and be on a main card. And again, great for them. They're going to get more exposure and stuff like that rather than fighting at the Apex. However, I'm with you. Burns and Malott should not be anywhere near a headline. That's a co-main on their very best day, on their absolute best day. Like, come on, UFC, you got to do better than that.
Yeah.
Like that's an insane replacement, not in a good way.
No, not at all. And even just I don't know, dude. Even just looking at some of these fight nights coming up, not the numbered cards, but fight nights themselves.
Yeah,
Aljamain Sterling and Zalal, I don't see that as a headline in 2026.
yeah. Like, I think that's a solid,
I
co-main on
mean,
that. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Davey Grant fan, but you're telling me Davey Grant is still co-headlining in
I would
2026?
that's what I'm saying. Some of these fights I wouldn't even put on the main card of a
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
yeah. Like, especially back then, like 2 years
Prades,
ago, this wouldn't even be a thing.
Prades and JDM and Dariush and Salikad like that. I like that fight card.
How is Tuivasa already back again? Oh
I
my
know.
god. Oh my god. I'm gonna
Arnold
lose
Allen
my
and
mind, Devin. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Oh my god, why is Ty Tuivasa
yeah,
still fucking fighting? Oh my
on a main card.
god.
Wait. To go even further on that, the next fight down is Junior Tafa.
No. Oh my god. I just scrolled and saw it. No.
Oh,
Oh
another
my
thing,
god.
How do they
Oh,
seem to always be on the same cards?
dude, they have to be trolling at this point. They have to be trolling. They have to.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then another fight night coming up. Arnold Allen and Costa. I like that matchup. Don't like it as a main event.
I, I
And that card looks like it sucks.
I personally don't mind that main event too much because I think that's kind of one that needs 5 rounds, especially with how Costa has been fighting recently. I love that matchup though so much, and I'm glad
Look at
Allen's staying out active too.
look at the names on that card and tell me if that looks like even
No,
worth
like you
watching.
have Shauna Bannon fighting the fifth fight, like she's opening up the main card. Come on, what are we doing? That's
I don't,
no bueno.
I don't like that whole card at all. And you have Song and Figueiredo. Why is Figgy
Yeah, why is
the
Figgy still
main?
headlining? Song should not be headlining right now. Um, damn, Teixeira's back against Pavlovich on that card. That's insane.
And then you have, and then after that is Bilal and Bonfim.
That's not too bad of a headliner.
Yeah,
I'm not too big of a fan of either guy. However, I do think that that's just gonna be a one-sided fight for Muhammad. I think Bilal just fucking drowns Bonfim bad.
that's what I'm saying is like we're not getting the value in the fight nights themselves, so it makes these numbered cards feel like they're really good, but this number card coming up is a good fight night that we
Yeah,
were used to, as opposed to like a pay-per-view. And I hope that this is not what the UFC turns into because there's been maybe one card this year that I've been like, fuck, I'm excited.
yeah. I mean, and like again, even the ones that like I'm only getting excited for like the main card,
Yeah, so far the only one that I was excited for was Holloway and Oliveira.
and that one
I
kind
knew
of didn't like live up all
HN
to the hype either.
HN Pimblett, and you had it was a good fight, but it's not something I was ready to fucking just looking forward to.
Yeah,
Volk and Lopez didn't care. Um, and then here we are.
yeah. I mean, this card isn't that bad, but I'm with you.
It,
It's not pay-per-view
it,
worthy.
no, we talked about this before Paramount like started, and how this was a worry of mine
Hmm.
that we had talked about. So far, it kind of seems like that's what's happening. 'Cause even this fucking Freedom 50 card they were talking about it's a great card,
Yeah, but
but
I mean,
but
it could have been built so much better.
yeah, it's not all the hype that it was.
No, no, they definitely underdelivered.
300 300 was better.
Yeah, I mean, and like I'm glad like 300 was able to be put together the way it was and stuff, and I'm glad that like 250, not 250, sorry, the Freedom 250 card, White House card is I guess the way it is right now. But again, like it it could have been 10 times better. Like you could have put honestly a lot of these fights coming up on that card, and it would have made that card 10 times better. But like instead, they're just I feel like they just didn't smartly book, and either they just procrastinated long enough to where they were like, well, fuck, we got to fill this card up now. Let's just see what the biggest names are available right now. And that's why you got people like fucking Bo Nickel, on it, who, don't get me wrong, has a following for sure. But if you're going to limit this card to 8 fights or 6 fights or whatever it is, I don't think that Bo Nickel is necessarily deserving of a spot. Like, am I wrong here? Like, because I don't think that this guy's
No,
like I
I
just
no
it drives me crazy.
no yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't. Bo Nickel gets this fucking Dana White treatment.
Yeah.
Lopez also. But the top four fights are fucking amazing. They're gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Barring this fucking Sean O'Malley Zahabi fight, I think it'll be fun because Zahabi plays into O'Malley's style, which can make it fun. But what the fuck are we doing with that matchup?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think that's something you put as a fight night headliner,
That should have
you
been
know.
O'Malley and Corey all day long.
Yeah, but I mean, and again, who knows what, like how the negotiations are behind the scenes? Because you easily could have Sean being like, no, I'm not fucking fighting Corey, fuck that,
Yeah,
and which
I think that's what happened.
I do too. I honestly think that's more of the case than anything, considering that Corey's been very vocal about wanting to fight O'Malley, and definitely not the other way around. um, but I mean, yeah, I guess you usually have call outs that work. Because, again, back to this card, you have Hokit calling out Blades, I think it was, and he fucking got the fight.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, so let's talk about this card. This
yeah,
is fucking
yeah, let's run through this real quick. So, I guess
Colbert,
let's start at the
Colbert
beginning.
Yuri. Yeah. Or you want to start from the bottom or
Yeah,
top?
well, I guess we'll just run through some of the earlier fights real quick because, like, Radke, I think he probably gets demolished by Parado. Um,
I think so too. And it's crazy because Radke was like,
Radke was
I
hot
don't
for a
know.
second, man.
Yeah, dude. I was expecting big things of him for a while, and
I think it was that Pradas fight that kind of stopped his momentum there for like really
yeah,
stopped it.
yeah.
Because like I felt like he
Um,
should have beaten Malott, and then he looked like shit in that fight.
yeah, he did.
I was like, okay, never mind. I was like, I can't pick you again because like if you're gonna look that bad in this one, like come on, you can do better than that.
Um,
Yeah. What do you okay? What do you think about this Kelvin Gastelum and Luque fight? Because I'm conflicted to even watch this. I don't know.
two guys that shouldn't be in the UFC anymore. Um,
Yeah.
I I don't know. I It's hard to pick somebody in this fight. I think I think Luque is the better fighter, but he hasn't been the same since that whole health issue that he had. Uh, not, to be
I,
honest, I don't know why he's still fighting. I would have
yeah.
liked to have seen him retire because that shit was serious that he was dealing with. Because I think it was brain swelling, if I remember.
He was legit having brain bleeding. Like it
Yeah,
easily could have died. Like I don't know how he gets cleared to fight after that.
I I don't know either. And then Gastelum just looks like shit all the time.
Yeah, he's
I
gotten so much more sluggish. It's impressive.
and I don't know how he's pulled off some of these wins, but I've had him losing some of those fights too. But
Hmm.
that's neither here nor there. I don't know. I lean toward Luque winning, but Luque has not been the same since
Yeah,
that injury.
the
And
only
it's
sorry, go ahead.
no, I don't know. This fight is fucking weird to put together in general.
Yeah, I mean, like in their primes, like this would have been super interesting to see. Um,
Great.
but I mean, I guess the weird thing is seeing Luque come up to middleweight, and it's almost kind of like, okay, are you gonna be able to take your shots better? Because he was getting hit with some shit at welterweight recently, and you could tell it was like bothering him. I don't know if it's like a PTSD sort of thing or like an instinct thing for his body now to be like, I got to protect myself even more. Because I think if Kelvin lands a really good shot on Luque, his body's just not going to react that well. And he doesn't move his head a whole lot anymore. I mean, it's not like he ever really did in the first place, but he's moving it even less. And Gaslam can still hit. Uh,
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I have Gaslam in it, but honestly it could go either way in my opinion.
It could go either way. And especially I don't know. Luque used to be such a fucking strong grappler too, and then he got Darce choked by Holland, and then I was like, ah, yep, This dude should retire.
Yeah, we can talk about Holland here in a sec. That guy's got a fucking
That's gonna be a hard fight for him.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so going continuing up the card. I don't know much about this Padilla and Medeiros matchup.
It honestly should be a really good one. I've seen a couple of the Chris Padilla fights, and he's a solid all around fighter. I don't remember
Remember.
too much about Medeiros. He may just be debuting, and I just haven't seen him before or something. But
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, this dude knocked out the other Bonfim brother
yeah,
and beat. Oh yeah,
that's
he
right.
should win.
Yeah,
Yep, 'cause he fought Jai Herbert too.
Jai Herbert, dude. Oh my god, what a fucking reminder of a guy.
Dude
Um,
shows up in big fights but loses little ones.
oh my god. Yeah, that'll be a good fight though, the Padilla and Medeiros fight.
I think that'll
Um,
be a good one.
Tatiana Suarez and Lupi Gutierrez. I'm that grappling is gonna be sick. Not gonna lie,
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting to see.
yeah. I have Tatiana in that one, but
Hmm.
damn good fight for women's MMA for sure.
Okay, I do think that Lupi could try to keep it on the feet, and because she's got better stand up than Tatiana. Tatiana, I think, is a little overrated. Um, her grappling's great. Don't get me wrong, but I think she's a little overrated. And I think Lupe could keep it on the feet and maybe try to make her box and stuff. However, I do want to see it go to the ground though, because I want to see those two women grapple for sure. That's just going to be a chess match down there.
Yeah, I, and that I want to see that too. I think that would be good.
And then Gamrot and Ribovic. I was very intrigued when they made this matchup, um, because I'm kind of conflicted on it. I don't know if Gamrot's going to want to prove something on the feet for whatever fucking reason, and Ribovic can just get wild on there and catch him with something clean, or if Gamrot's just going to take it to this ground. I think if he does that route, I think this fight's over in 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think this is a good matchup also. Interesting clash of styles here because I think both guys are pretty good. Like you said, I think Gamrot, if he gets that ground game and that grappling going, I think he can win. But I don't know, man. Rebovix is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I just
If he can keep it standing,
see
I think
like
he wins.
that's the thing for me is that I feel like we haven't seen enough of his grappling to where I can be like, okay, he's going to survive on the ground. This is definitely a good test for him to kind of really see where he's at. Um,
But
but
then again, like
could be a tough night.
he's beaten some good guys.
Hmm.
Don't get me wrong, but nothing to the caliber um of Gamrot. Like me personally, the best guy that he's beaten was Terrence McKinney, and we've seen what Terrence McKinney is he's gonna go all out, and he's either gonna win in first round or get knocked out.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Um, and I fucking love that. Terrence McKinney for a second, because he was on this last card.
Yeah,
Terrence McKinney is my fucking. I think he's my favorite fighter in the UFC right now.
dude, he's such a dog. I mean, anytime he's on, I'm for sure being like, I gotta at least watch this fight because again, like
Like,
what you're saying, it's done within a minute most of the time, anyways.
like he, I've hit him up trying to get him on this fucking podcast because I am a fan of Terrence McKinney because his style, man, like he's all out. Like he jokes about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take it slow this fight, and then like finishes it in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like he is my favorite fighter on the because it's gonna be 5 minutes or less of just chaos. Whether he wins or
Hmm.
loses, it's gonna be the most entertaining fight of the card.
Well, I mean, even his
Um,
his debut in the UFC was just insane, and to knock out Verbola like that in fucking like
and
10
like
seconds or whatever it was.
and then tears it fucking meniscus.
Yeah, it's like, God bless. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was an instant fan of that guy. I mean, and have been
yeah, me
since
too.
then for sure. He's hard not to like too, because
Yeah,
even his personality and stuff like that. It's it's so
he
fan
has a
friendly.
crazy, he has a crazy backstory,
Yeah.
but it's that fight style. Like it's insane. Like he does not want to go out of the first round, no matter what, and I love it. But like I was saying, that's the best guy that I think Ribovix has beat, and he's lost to guys like Hack Parast,
Hmm.
uh,
That was a
and then
really close fight.
He beat Zellhuber, but I'm not that big on Zellhuber,
No, he's kind of
especially
fallen off.
recently.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Um,
really fallen off. I feel like that's not necessarily anything on Rivovich, because they both had a lot of momentum going into that Sphere fight, and
yeah,
I think, I mean, that fight was so good, man. That was one of
I think
the greatest fights of that night, if not the year.
yeah, I agree. So I think this is a fight that's winnable for Gamrot, in my opinion,
Hmm.
because Gamrot has all yeah he lost to Oliveira, but it's Oliveira, uh, and it was in Brazil, wasn't it? That one
Yeah,
was in Brazil, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
because what's his face was supposed to be there. Guillermo was a replacement. Damn, who was it? Because he was a replacement.
it
I can't remember.
was
Was
Zeev.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That would have been bad for
So
Viziv looking back at that.
yeah, so Gamrot Gamrot lost to Oliveira and he's lost to Dan Hooker, which that was a weird decision in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, that was a close one for sure.
Um, but I think this is a very winnable fight for Gamrot.
Yeah, he should win it. I think even with just with the experience and everything like that he's had,
Yeah.
he should definitely get this one. But
And I think he comes back for revenge on the some of these losses that were so close.
yeah, yeah, um,
Then you got Battle of Bellator, headline and prelim.
yeah. But Pipple and Pico, I don't know how Pico is a favorite going into this. I think Pipple finishes him. Um, I think that just that experience and stuff like that is just going to kind of overwhelm Pico a little bit. It, yeah,
Yeah,
I can,
this is a,
it'll be interesting.
this is a weird matchup to me. Like I did
I'm surprised it's never happened.
whose idea was this?
Yeah, yeah, no shit. This was definitely like someone in the matchmaking going, do we
Hey,
need a
I think this
nostalgic
would be
fight on
funny.
here?
Do we have any Bellator fans that would like this?
Yeah, no
Like maybe
shit,
5 years ago.
dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm, I guess at least we're seeing it, but I again, it's just a little too late. Um,
It's
it's
I
interesting.
think it'll be a fun fight. Crazy that there's almost a 10-year difference between the two guys.
Yeah,
I just I don't believe Pico's wrestling is really good, but I really don't believe in Pico personally.
yeah. I
And Pitbull, I think Pitbull's really good, but he hasn't been the same since coming to the UFC either.
Yeah, I mean he won his last one against Ige, and I think just that size, obviously the size difference between Yair and Ige is completely different, and I think that's what kind of helped him out a lot in that fight. And that's why I think like the Pico fight isn't going to be too big of a problem for him. Again, especially with Pico's kind of recklessness and stuff, I think Pitbull can catch him with something pretty bad, and I don't know, man. That's just I'm s- I'm with you. It's such a weird fight to make. Like at this point, like you easily could have done something else that would have helped out both guys, if not helped out one of the UFC guys. Get like a little name value off of him. But yeah, I just it's whatever.
Yeah. No, man. Pitbull was the guy that I wanted to get in the UFC a long time ago. 'Cause he was one of the guys who was really dominant in Bellator, and I was like, I would love to see him against the UFC competition. I think we've talked about that before, like when he first came over.
Yeah.
But it's just a little late.
Yeah, and it's a shame that like a lot of those Bellator guys kind of came over late. Because even Michael Chandler, dude, if that dude was in his prime and came over, like that would have been such a. I mean, he already was a super fun addition to the lightweight division, anyways. But like a prime Michael
Yeah.
Chandler coming in here, holy shit, that would have
That would
shook up some shit, man.
see. I was hoping that Pitbull coming over would bring some electricity like Chandler did,
Yeah,
but he came over real timid.
yeah, he got
Michael
shut
Chandler
down
came in and was like,
bad.
"Fucking,
Balls to the
oh,
wall,
do
baby.
whatever." Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care if I lose. This shit is gonna be the most fun fight you've ever seen.
Yeah, you got to respect him for that. Like, and he's still doing that shit, which is insane. Um,
I
but
love it. He's gonna make it fun, but he's gonna lose every time.
speaking of someone who's actually still making it fun and having his last fight, unfortunately, Cub Swanson is fighting Nate Landwehr.
Yeah.
Cub should have this one, I think.
I want Cub to have this one.
The only reason why I say I think Cub should really have this one is because I think Nate is just too stationary, and Cub can just come at such weird angles, and he can keep going. It's not like his gas tank is shit, and there's only so many shots that Landwehr can take nowadays. And I mean, shit, we saw Cub knock out uh, Billy Quarantino, not that long ago,
Yeah.
and he still got heavy hands. So I honestly think he's gonna finish Nate, and I think he's gonna ride off in the sunset pretty happy,
I would like that.
especially for someone like Cub, man, who's been such a dog for so long.
Yeah, and I think I heard them talking about it in an interview this week. He was one of those guys that came over what was it, WEC?
Hmm.
And he didn't get the love like everyone else did, and he was just kind of put on the back burner compared to other guys like DC and whatnot.
Which I guess is understandable, but at the same time, like that's kind of crazy because I feel like he was still making waves over there in WEC, but it may just be
Yeah.
like the whole reputation from like the Aldo fight, just getting finished that quick or whatever. Because I mean, you know how that is. We've seen that plenty of times in the UFC. Like you get finished quick, it's almost kind of like they're like, "Oh shit, you're a bum," when really like
Yeah.
it's fighting like it happens.
Yeah.
Um,
I just
yeah.
I I feel like he's had a great career. Like he hasn't been the best in the UFC, no, but he's been a fun guy to watch every time. I don't think there's been a boring Cub Swanson fight.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, shit, he's got a Hall of Fame fight, you know, with Choi.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah. Hopefully he wins his retirement fight. That'd be cool for Cub to win that. Then moving on to the next one, Dominic Reyes and Johnny Walker, double knockout, baby.
dude, I just saw that too. Someone was talking about the whole fucking posture thing.
I wonder what the odds are for that.
So I was actually, as we were just talking, I was looking at the betting odds. Let me pull it back up.
Because I mean, like, I wonder what the odds are for a double knockout because
Oh,
because
oh, dude, probably fucking
I
insane.
mean, you're right, but I uh I do want to say I hate to say this, I really do. I do think Walker's gonna win this. And hear me out. I think he's a little too awkward for Reyes, and I do think Reyes may be a little hesitant after getting knocked out again because he's tend to be a little hesitant after those knockouts. Um, and he's just taking so much damage, and Walker can still land even through a guard. But
Yeah.
I don't
This
know.
fight is hard for me to pick, to be honest with you, because both guys are very chinny.
Hmm.
I I don't know. I would say this fight does not go the distance at all.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's going to a decision for sure.
Uh, and that's where I would leave that. But you look at the betting odds, that's minus 550. That it doesn't go to the distance.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say someone was a minus 550. I was like, holy shit, who?
No,
That would blow my mind if someone was a 550 favorite in that fight.
I don't think they have double knockout as a fucking thing on here.
They should, dude. Just for certain fights. That's one of them that needs it.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god, dude. I would lose my I would take a lap around my neighborhood. I'd have to. That'd be
Um,
insane. Um the next fight though, a lot of people obviously been talking about this one, Curtis Blades and Josh
yeah,
Hokit. Man, um I want to get your thoughts on it first real quick cuz I have some some perspective
I
on this.
yeah. So I remember us watching Hokit's first official UFC fight, and his shenanigans in the octagon funny to me. Um, and it's different, and it part of me likes like the funny trolling shit. So like fucking I'm humping the guy in the ring and then fucking flipping him off
Yeah.
and just some of the funny shit and then like post fight press conference fucking just random shit he was saying like fucking um who did he call the fucking dude?
Um
Brittany Griner or some shit.
yeah.
And then just some of the random shit he said like the character some of the shit was funny to me cuz I like the comedic shit where like I don't take a lot of shit serious and I think shit's funny.
Mhm.
Um some of his character was funny to me, and I was excited to see his fight because of that. But then watching his character at these press conferences and some of these fights, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? It has gotten so bad. I feel like he's gotten so deep into having to be a character that his character doesn't make any sense anymore. It's
Yeah.
stupid. It's not funny. It's like if he had a character or a shtick that was funny, if he kept the comedic shit, it'd be cool. Like some of the shit he does is just flat out fucking weird.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I mean, because even the shit that he was kind of doing on Ariel's show recently, and even after his last fight, it was just kind of like, yeah, I'm not riding with that. Like that's just, it's too cringy. Like it's not even like a triple C kind of cringe either. It's it's kind of like a man, you're really trying to play this character rather than you have triple C who's you could tell was purposely trying to be cringe in his own way rather than well I guess with enough of it being his true self compared to Hokit to where he's legit trying to be a WWE wrestler playing a whole different character that isn't even close to him being like that at all.
Like I part of me is starting to feel like this isn't a character and this dude just might be fucking a little mental.
This dude just might be fucked up.
Yeah, like the NFL
That
might have
was
really fucked this guy
oh,
up.
that was funny as fuck.
Because
Oh shit.
some of the shit I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, I understand a character, but like some of this shit I'm like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense what he's doing. And like, there's not a single person who's entertained at this press conference.
Yeah, I saw Brandon Fitzgerald kind of talking about it on his TikTok and stuff, and he was making the point, he's like, well, people are fucking talking about him, and that's kind of where I wanted to go with it. Is just that the again the UFC. I apologize, people. I'm a fucking marketing major, so this whole lack of marketing from the UFC pisses me off because it's not that hard of a fucking deal, but you have the UFC who used to market and promote their fights so well, and then the McGregor era came and you saw it to where they were like, oh, well, if this guy can do it, anyone can do it. When in reality, the complete fucking opposite, that you should help these guys promote because they can't fucking promote themselves, and they're not Conor McGregor to where they can say anything and it just fucking produces money, you know. But Hokit he's doing what he needs to do in order to get his name out there, in order to get his fight promotion out there. And you and I and a lot of other fucking people definitely agree that this is the dumbest shit like we've seen in a very hot minute. But again, I mean, we're talking about him. We're talking about his fight. We're hoping he gets knocked out. He's hoping he gets one of the biggest upsets of the year. And that's why I got Curtis Blades by first round knockout.
It just, yeah. Look, I was really on. It is so crazy because I was really on board this Josh Hokit train a month ago. I was like, fuck, I want to see this guy take over the UFC because I want this funny shit. And now I'm like, Curtis Blades, please fuck this guy up.
Yeah, I feel bad for
Because
Curtis, man. He's so tired of that shit already. He's so tired of it.
if it was funny, I would love it. Like, I think you had mentioned like Colby. Like,
Yeah.
people love Colby, people hate Colby, but some of Colby's shit is so fucking hilarious to me because it pisses people off so much.
Yeah.
And but he actually has a character that makes sense, right? Like, he wants to be a Trump supporter kind of guy who fucking is America and just to piss people off. He does it to piss people off. Hokit, I don't even know what the fuck I'm watching because I don't even think he knows what character he's playing.
Yeah.
He straight up like just
Lost in the
two-faced.
sauce.
Yeah, like this press conference, like I was telling you before, like he got into it with Yuri in the waiting room of the hotel lobby. And then he put his beanie over his eyes and walked in acting like a cholo.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, you don't want this?" And then he pulled off his beanie that was over his eyes. He was wearing the American skull cap, and then he started acting like the American Hulk. And I was like, "What the fuck is this dude's character?"
Yeah.
He doesn't even know his own character.
He's just bouncing around. I mean, it's just too much. I mean, and it's one thing to kind of fuck with some other fighters and stuff, but you start fucking with like Yuri, who's pretty beloved by the fans and who doesn't cause any problems with anybody. Like you're kind of, I mean,
Yuri is so funny.
I get that he may be purposely trying to look like the asshole in the UFC, but like I feel like there's better people to try to do that against than Yuri. Like there's no point in doing that against him.
Yeah, Yuri was so funny too. 'Cause his response was like, "You stay over there" or some shit. Like just
He's like, don't even fucking think about it, buddy. Oh my god. He Hokit, he had like was walking past Olberg. I don't know if you saw this or not, but he was walking past Olberg and he was like grabbing Olberg's arm. He was all like, "Hey, why don't you come up to heavyweight, big boy?" Or he was like talking some shit like that to him, and Olberg like just kept walking or whatever, and he was all like, "That was funny." Like it was just like, Olberg, don't do it, dude. Don't feed into it, please.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm about.
Hokit could have been such a good fucking character, and I think he just played it too much to where like there's a threshold limit. Like,
Yeah.
and I felt like Colby was one of those guys who really like felt that limit, and Triple C too, but Triple C played into the more corny side, whereas like Colby played into the, like I want to piss people off and be annoying kind of thing.
Yeah, he was
But
a
like
perfect rage baiter.
yeah, he knew how to like stay on that line of like I'm gonna be the heel, but I'm also gonna have babyface moments where like the fans like me, but some hate me, and like I can switch back and forth to where like, oh, I like this guy, I fucking hate him, I want to see him get knocked out, but I also like this guy, depending on the matchup.
Well, I mean, and he
Whereas
was like entertaining enough too, to where if he was winning, like it wasn't too big of a deal.
yeah, and then Hokit, I feel like He's just gone past that line of like it was originally like, oh, this is funny, 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 and now it's just fucking real stupid, and now everyone is like, all right, you've
Yeah.
been in the UFC for all of one fight, and now you're too much.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean that's impressive to do on its own, but not the right move at all.
No, I was about to be the biggest Hokit supporter, and I'm out.
Well, and I guess kind of speaking of someone kind of like that, Paulo Costa, um, it was kind of like that in a way with the whole like missing weight deal and kind of just being an asshole, not showing up to fights and stuff. Like, he played into it, I guess, in a way that was kind of best for him. Um, but obviously has not really helped out his career a whole lot. But how do you feel about him fighting Mirzakhanov? I was very surprised they even put this fight together. It was really random out of left field.
Yeah, I think this fight is really random. I don't know. I think this is a hard fight for Costa at this part in his career. I don't know, man. I had such high hopes for Costa at one point,
Hmm.
and I feel like his career just never was what it was supposed to be.
Well, I think like just I think him getting outclassed by Adesanya just that's gotta
I
be
think that derailed his
yeah
whole fucking career.
that's gotta be such a mental battle, to kind of know that you were just I mean he got
I mean,
fucking outclassed in that fight bad.
yeah, it's, we talked about Hokit humping someone in the octagon. This man got knocked out and humped by Adesanya, and he was never the same.
Yeah, that was a gnarly finish. Uh, Jesus
He
Christ.
was never the same after that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and again, bringing up the whole like missing weight stuff. I mean, I felt so bad for Marvin Vittori whenever Marvin was all like, "Yeah, I agree to a 185 fight, and this guy's coming in 20 pounds overweight." Like, come
Yeah,
on, what the fuck, man? But
and Vettori still won.
yeah, Vittori's a fucking dog, man, underrated fucking dog. And but I mean, just the way he handles shit like that, the way he handled the Adesanya loss, like I had too much wine the night before. Like, bro, no one gives a shit. You fucking either perform or you don't. It's that simple.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So I think Mirzakhanov wins
I
this.
yeah, I do
But
too.
I like Costa. I wish his career would have been different, but like you said, I think that Izzy fight just derailed his entire career, and it was never the same.
Yeah. And then our main event. I guess we'll end it here real quick too. Our main event, Yuri Prochazka, Carlos Ulberg. This is
Uh,
definitely the best fight in the light heavyweight division you can make right now.
yep.
I am so glad they actually put this together and were able to. But this is a tough fight for both sides, man. Like this is a tricky one to call.
Give me a coin and I'll flip it and see.
Dead ass.
Because
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
it's tough.
no. But for real though, I like Yuri in this fight
Hmm.
personally. Um, everyone but Rera. I mean, he just beats. And of course the fucking well, yeah, everyone but I mean he beat Glover, but Glover definitely should have won that fight. But
Yeah, Glover choked.
I mean, everyone but Pereira he beats in this division, I think. And
Yeah, I mean, because Olberg just tries to get too clean with it. I think sometimes, and especially with how wild Yuri
yeah,
is, you can't go in there with a technical plan and expect to come out uh, without working. I just think that Yuri's just too wild. It
it's
somewhat worked for Khalil. I mean, Khalil was patient enough to look for those openings and shit, but I don't think that's gonna really help out
no,
Olberg in this one because I think Yuri's such a quick learner. Like he knows what's
yeah,
working and what isn't working, and with the way that he was fighting in that Khalil fight, he's gonna definitely know right off the bat, like, okay, I cannot be doing that shit, especially with someone who hits just as hard, if not harder, than Khalil.
Yuri has been in there with the best guys of this division and come through on top, except for Pereira. But even still, like those fights with Pereira were big learning curves for him.
Well, I mean, shit, the
And
first fight he was killing it.
yeah, and then you see those fights after. Um, he's had what, two?
Yeah, he had the Rakic fight, and
Yeah.
then he had the Khalil fight.
Both of those fights, he had the Hill
Oh, Hill fight
fight
too. Yeah,
too. Yeah. So three fights. He looked like a different fucking animal those three fights than previous. And he was a fucking crazy dude those first fight, those fights before Pereira. He looked more dialed in those fights after Pereira. Like he still did crazy weird shit, but he looked more dialed in. I can't remember what fight it was. Maybe it was the Khalil fight. He looked a little more tired and sluggish in the fight, and still found a way to knock out Khalil.
yeah. I think it was definitely that fight because like he was looking just, I don't know, super flat footed in that
Yeah,
one. Like he just wasn't moving around as much as he was, and I can't remember if it was. I know he had recently gone to a new camp, so I think that was obviously some of the issue there. But at the same time, I think it was also him trying something new in his game plan. Um,
yeah,
I can't remember. This sounds stupid, but I can't remember if he was legit saying if it was like he was trying to focus more on defense and
yeah.
trying to counter more rather than be like the attacker. Um, because
And he's done some.
even
He's doing
in
a fucking master's degree or some shit too.
yeah, that too. Yeah, fucking what a guy. But because I know, like in the Hill fight, you definitely saw the shades of what he learned from the Pereira fight. Like he was that dude is a student of the game at this
Yeah,
age is insane too. But I mean, for him to keep going the way he's going and learn the things he's learned, like that dude's a legit student of the game and an idol. A lot of people should be looking at if they want to become fighters and how to grow into a really good fighter. Um, Obviously not someone to implement, but someone to kind of look at the way of life, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
yeah. Then yeah, I think I think Yuri's been in here with some of the top guys. Uh, if he finishes them, like he he hasn't had a boring fight, and he finishes these guys. Like
Hmm.
I don't know what more to say than that. To be honest, I think Olberg he's a talented fighter. Uh, he's had he's had some good fights, but I think this is a massive step up in competition. Um,
Yeah, I mean, because he just fought like a chinny Reyes, and I hate to say that
yeah,
about Reyes, but Reyes is super chinny. Olberg's got the power. Like that was a tailor made matchup for Olberg.
yeah,
And
because
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say his last couple fights he fought Poteria, Jung Do Woon, Minifield, Ozdemir, which Ozdemir's a sleeper, but and
Yeah.
then Achinny Reyes, and then very iffy decision on this Jan Blachowicz fight.
Oh
Like it
yeah,
was a
I forgot about that one.
it was a
There's what?
very slow,
Yeah,
ugly fight.
that's what I thought. Because I was gonna say, I remember that one being boring as shit.
Yeah,
That was
and
not a
then
fun one.
and then now you're gonna go up against Yuri, and
Yeah,
this is for the vacant title, right?
yeah. Because Pereira's doing the absolute dream match for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Give me give me Yuri to win this fucking title back.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. I think Yuri wins it back here, and because again, I think I'm with you. I think Olberg hasn't quite faced like the competition level of Yuri, and even just the wildness and stuff like that. Yuri can just catch someone off guard really bad, and Olberg isn't the best about keeping his chin tucked and chin blocked, and like keeping his guard up and stuff. So I think that Yuri could find a little sneaky shot and rock Olberg and then probably turn it into a TKO finish or some shit. Who knows? He may even try to wrestle a bit more because I don't think Olberg has. I mean, I don't remember really seeing much of his ground game. Um, not that I can recall, at least off the top of my head.
Yeah, and then I mean, EKB man, they're not looking too good recently. Besides
Yeah,
Volkanovski, all the rest are losing. So give me Yuri in this one.
just change the
Yeah,
times, man. Gotta love it.
yeah, they were once really dominant, but yeah, change of times.
It it's
I
a,
th- and
it's pretty interesting seeing gyms kind of rise and fall like that.
yeah, I know they like fighting nerds too. At one point, they were really hot
Yeah,
a year or two ago, and then now it's like,
just another team.
but I think Olberg's in this fight because there's not many other names to really throw into the hat for light heavyweight. You got Ankalaev, but I don't know what he's doing right now. Other than that, like it's just the same group of guys who are all like iffy. You got an old Jan Blachowicz. You
Yeah,
got you got Khalil, Jamal Hill, Guskov, Ozdemir, Reyes. All these guys that have kind of lost a lot. Walker in the top 15. So it's like I feel like Yuri's gonna win this, and then it's just kind of be a boring division because light heavyweight was stacked, but now it's kind of stagnated.
yeah. It's kind of weird. It's like they like no one left. Like they all just kind of continued just to stay there somehow and stuff. And I feel like if they would have known, I can't remember what happened first. If it was if Ankalaev and Pereira 2 happened before Yuri and Khalil, but I feel like if they had known Pereira was going to vacate, they would have just done Pereira, not Pereira, excuse me, they would have done Yuri and Khalil um, for a vacant belt instead of Olberg, and they would have had Olberg fight the winner, just so they can kind of drag out the division a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I'm not upset because if I mean Khalil wins his next one, um, I mean I'm not too opposed to giving him a title shot, especially if Yuri wins. You know, I'd love to see a rematch of that, anyways. Um, I mean, I I guess maybe I don't know. Light heavyweight's just kind of weird right now because if you have Walker and Reyes win, I mean Reyes was one fight away from a title shot. So where does that really put Walker if he wins?
Yeah, that's
You know, it's a really weird like. Okay, what are we valuing here for light heavyweight?
yeah. I feel like light heavyweight's turning into it's kind of like heavyweight. Like
hmm Super
not
old.
obviously not fucking a bunch of fat dudes who can't really fight, but it's kind of like the same group of guys who have all kind of been knocked out or knock each other out and hang around enough in that like Jamal Hill at number 7, trying to be for real here.
Yeah,
Ozdemir, I love him, but number 9. Oh, Walker 12, Krylov 13.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
like
we
those names have just been there
I
fucking forever at this point. I mean, I remember when Walker was, fighting Corey Anderson for a title shot. He's still in the fucking rankings. Like that's kind of insane.
it's kind of like uh, a merry-go-round of like, oh, I beat this guy, so I'll jump up to 5. Oh, I
Yeah.
lost to this guy, I'm to 12. And it's just gonna. I feel like it's just gonna be like that. I think Pereira really did fuck up that division,
Yeah,
but
I feel like he's maybe partially to blame for that, but I think at the same time, like no
I
matter
think he
who
just.
that was going to be, I think it was just going to be a cycle of the same guys just kind of over and over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like he just chose a real perfect time to go too.
Yeah, he definitely did,
Same,
dude. He showed up
same with this
just right.
heavyweight fight. Like whoever, I don't know if he does this himself or if he has someone who's like a career like obviously as an agent, but like if he has a career manager who's like this is the fucking perfect time to do it. Move up to light heavyweight, you'll be champ.
I
Did it.
I honestly
Move up to
imagine that's
heavyweight right now
Glover.
and fight Gone.
I think it's Glover telling him to do all this shit, like for the
Because
timing and stuff.
Because for him to move up to heavyweight and face Gon is the perfect storm.
Beautiful.
Name another fucking perfect setup. I'm gonna throw my
You can't.
everything on fucking Pereira to win this fight.
Oh, dude, that fight I've been wanting to see for years at this point.
I don't know what the fucking odds are for that, but let's see. Oh my god. I just pulled him up.
Who's an underdog?
It's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of figure, right? I mean, because you have Gone, who he looked great against Aspinall, didn't look bad. And then you have Pereira, who's just doing fucking Pereira shit all the time. Like, that's,
Don't
dude.
don't tell my I'll tell my
Oh.
wife this, but I might throw a fuck ton of money on Pereira. Like, I'm being so
I'm
serious
literally
because
putting the fucking house on Pereira.
I truly believe that Pereira wins this fucking fight. There,
He
there
should.
Gon is yes, he's a good heavyweight. He's athletic. There is nothing in my mind that tells me he's gonna beat Pereira.
I think there's enough footage out there for Gon to really be picked apart by Pereira.
Yeah,
Because I mean, again, like we've seen Gon in the UFC for so long at this point, and Pereira's only getting better somehow with the striking and shit, and just his fight IQ in general. So I don't know. I think it's way more favored for Pereira. I'm with you on that. And I think Gon's in for a tougher night than he thinks.
I can't believe it's a
But
pick 'em.
holy shit, I'm fucking pumped for that fight.
No shit. I can't believe it's a pick 'em. I thought it
Yeah.
would be a much bigger favorite.
I wouldn't figure too much of a favorite though, like maybe like a 125 or
No, he's
135.
gonna make history.
Dude, I'm pumped for it. I just again I wish they were able to put Makachev and Taporia and have two guys go for a three-way
I
champ
know.
status. Like that'd be just fucking cherry on top, but
I know.
whatever. We still got some pretty thick icing.
But no,
All right,
that would have
man.
been
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, that would have. God damn it. God damn you, Ali. Because I mean,
So,
that's got to be the fucking only thing stopping that fight, right?
no, I think Islam didn't want it.
That'd be tough, man. That'd be a tough hit on his legacy if that was like truly the case.
I think that's the case.
It's tough.
It's I've in videos where Dana like kind of hints at it but doesn't. He doesn't want to, but like I think Islam turned it down.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think I just wonder if maybe the numbers weren't there either. You know, especially
Yeah.
for that big
Well,
of a fight.
nah, dude, the numbers are fucking there. You put together Islam and Ilya, the numbers are there.
You would think so, right? Like,
Come
fucking,
on.
you would. I don't know.
It's better than Ilya and Gaethje.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I honestly, I'm gonna die on this fucking hill until this fight happens. I honestly think that fight ends within like 2 minutes.
Just I feel like Islam personally, I feel like Islam turned it down because he feels like there's much easier routes to go at welterweight. And then
I think
he
so
can
too.
do one or two more fights and then retire on top.
Yeah,
Whereas if Ilya went up, that's a fucking no matter how small he is, that's a fucking dangerous matchup.
yeah, 100%. I mean,
Like
the shit that Ilya's done is just, it's
Islam,
unbelievable.
let's be real. Islam can go through an Ian Gary. He can go through a Prates, a Brady, and retire on top. If Islam comes up there with that fucking nuclear hand,
Hmm.
nah.
Yeah, I'm still
I don't
pretty
know,
curious
man.
to see on how Islam does against those bigger guys.
I think same thing, dude.
I think he does really well. Like I'm with you on that. I'm curious to see kind of like how he approaches it more than anything because, I mean, you have people like Gary obviously who are really prone to throwing knees, but it's almost kind of like okay, how big of a knee is that guy gonna really throw so he doesn't get his leg wrapped up and then taken down? How is he gonna be looking for body shots mainly? I mean, a lot of those fights are really intriguing to think about to see on who's going to be able to kind of implement what and who's going to want to implement what.
Yeah.
And they're tricky though. They're really tricky. I think they're a little bit closer than some people think, but I think it's like, and I only mean by closer maybe in the first like round or two, but by then like if it goes past that, Islam's I'm sure going to take over and just implement whatever he wants.
Yeah. That's that's how I feel like he matches up well with a lot of those guys.
Hmm.
Um, like Ian Gary, I think he matches up well with. But I don't think they fight because I think they've trained together, right?
Who?
Ian Gary and Islam. I think Ian went to. No, he didn't go to. Did he go to fucking Dagestan and train with them?
No, 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 no. He went over to Shoebox over in Brazil.
Yeah, I know he went there, but I thought he went.
Not that I know of. I don't think so. I think the only person. Actually, I don't even know who's really gone over there to go train and stuff. Besides, I mean, just the actual like Dagestanis.
No, he didn't.
I didn't think he did.
Um,
I don't think he'd be welcomed over there, honestly.
he did go to Georgia and train with some sambo guys there.
Ah, gotcha.
Uh,
That's a good move.
uh, yeah, because he wants to train to fight Islam. That's recent, but damn, I thought he went over to Dagestan. Who's gone over there?
I'm not too sure. I mean, because like I don't really remember a whole lot of people going over there. Every now and then I see somebody, but like but I honestly I don't even know half the time if they're really with like Dagestani people or not because people do those like saunas and then go into the ice and shit like that. Like I see that kind of everywhere now,
Yeah,
which is kind of
I
annoying.
don't know. I just googled it and they said Gon went over there to train with them, and he did not learn shit, obviously.
Yeah, no shit. Oh my god,
No. Uh,
fucking gone.
no. So that's my breakdown of this fight card. It should be fun. Uh,
Yeah, I'm really looking
I
forward to this card. I think it's
I,
gonna be
I
a good one.
think it's gonna be a good one. I don't think it's like fuck giant number card worthy, but
Hmm.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, we'll definitely get our Paramount subscription numbers out of this.
Is it? Are we having a fucking fight party for this?
Yes, sir. Hell yeah, we are.
All right, I'll try and tune in. I'll see. Things have been a little crazy over here with the baby, so
No, yeah,
I
you're
might
good.
not
You're
be able to
good.
get rowdy.
Now, if you make it great, and if not, you're with us in spirit as always.
Yeah, dude.
But
And
yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to get the boys together for that because
okay,
I gotta get them to watch a Yuri fight. There's no way that they're not gonna see a Yuri fight at least once in their life.
they have to, dude.
They
They
have to.
have to. They've been watching all this nonsense, dude. They gotta watch a Yuri fight.
Dude, I want to see them watch like the Hokit fight and like the Hokit promotion and stuff like that before it
Pretty
like
sure. I'm
I,
pretty sure they watched the last Hokit fight
oh, they did right.
because I remember I was laughing and like I fucking love this guy.
Yeah.
I think it was no, yo, there was only a few of y'all in there and I wasn't even on yet and I literally called you guys and was like, I fucking
That's
love this
right.
guy.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
And then now I fucking hate this guy. So I the Hogan train.
Oh my god, you hopped off that shit immediately.
Because
That was
like I
funny.
said, like his last fight was so fucking hilarious that I was like, I love it.
Yeah, and then
I
he
want
just
I want to be on board. And then I was like, nah, this is
just
too
turned
much.
into the biggest fucking goofball right now. Like,
If you would have kept the
God.
character, I would have been all about it.
Yeah, but some guys just like to take it too far. It is what it is.
Yep, I agree.
But all right, man. I think it was a good one. I
Yeah,
appreciate you. I look forward to this
I
card.
appreciate you.
We look forward to seeing y'all for the watch party, and we'll catch y'all on the next episode. Yeah, enjoy the card, everyone. Stay safe. Don't place too big of bets, and let's go for that.
No. Place all the crazy bets you can. The worst thing that happens is you lose, but let's hope you win.
God. Oh man. All right, everyone. Have a good one. We'll catch you next time.